What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of 2000 Trees 2024.
I'm Lorna.
And I'm Daniel from Skinny Lister.
My name is William Hawker. I'm a regular rolling blind revelry.
All right, we've been very excited to have you on, so thank you so much for joining us today. Massively appreciate it. How's your personal Saturdays treating you?
Been in a van.
Yeah. Took a wrong turn.
Oh, no way.
We've not had a look at the festival yet because we just walked onto site about 20 minutes ago. So yeah, this is.
The beauty of Artist Liaison and Press being together is it's easy to get to.
Yeah, it's gorgeous,
but the negative
isn't it?
is we've just got sucked in, and which is wonderful to talk to you, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some music.
I can understand that it's a bit like, fuck, we've just got here. Give us a moment to actually breathe. That'd be wonderful.
No,
I mean?
we're happy to talk and we're happy to be busy. That's cool.
Oh, well, it's graciously appreciated. So, obviously, you're playing tonight. Are you looking forward to it?
10 p.m. Let's hope everyone remembers it.
Of course they will. Why would they not?
A few beers. Let the
Yeah.
But it's
Let's hope I remember it.
because we've been playing this festival for years now. I think this is number 4. It's 4th
I think it's
time?
number 4.
But we've never had a late night slot, a 10 p.m. slot. We've normally been in afternoon or early.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is a late one.
You've been
It's
upgraded.
Nice. Well, it kind of. It is a different stage as well, so it's sort of a different vibe for us to do, which is nice.
Yeah, I love it. Last day of the festival.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah. Almost headlining, pretty much.
Yeah, let's call it
Let's
that.
say that.
Yeah. But compared to a Skinny Lister show, to a festival set, do you change the set list accordingly? So if people aren't so familiar with yourself, say, you might change it out to put more bangers in for when you're here?
Yeah. If we're on at 10 p.m, we'll probably leave some of the more ballady stuff out of it. Probably. It depends. I mean, we'll have a look at what it's like down there. But yeah, we can tailor it. And
We'll have an argument for about half an hour before we go on about what's going in. It makes it harder to agree, obviously, because we've got how many albums? 6 albums now?
Yeah,
So, there's a few to choose from.
We were just talking actually. There was one year where we played Cambridge Folk Festival and Download Festival on the same weekend.
Oh, wow.
And that is a situation where you do tailor your set list.
Yeah.
There's songs you can play at Cambridge Folk Festival that you don't want to be wheeling out at Download. So yeah.
I think we'll go in, we'll go in hard tonight.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Banger after banger.
There it is.
Dare I say.
So, as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you familiar with Sophie's story and the work of the foundation?
Afraid not.
No? Basically, in 2007, Sophie was walking through a park with her boyfriend after a night out, and they were attacked by 5 youths, and Sophie unfortunately lost her life. This all happened simply because they were goths. No other rhyme or reason. They didn't know these people. Simply, they were walking through the park, and these guys didn't like the way they looked. So, what we're trying to do is basically talk to people at the festival, because this is one big alternative family that we've got here, And let's find out if you guys have ever been treated differently or had stereotypes placed upon you simply because you're part of this community, part of this alternative community. Is this something you've ever had to experience in your life?
You're looking at me. Not massively. I mean, I feel kind of privileged or something saying that, but I can't say that I've had any,
I mean,
abuse or
that
anything in
story's terrible, isn't it?
It's horrifying.
Just absolutely disgusting. I haven't experienced anything like that.
No, that's
But bloody hell.
Good, I'm pleased.
Yeah, well, that's
I was going to say it's not a bad thing to have not experienced.
No, of course not. Yeah, if it's just like.
But on the flip side, have you seen it happen? Like people being treated differently in the alternative world just because of the way they're dressed or whatever it may be?
A goth used to hitchhike home from my school, and I think the bus, our school bus, might see them and say, "Oh, there's the goth." But my mum would regularly pick them up and bring them home, and I'd be in the car. It's just like, well, they're just not, So I don't know, no, but yes, I guess at school. But that's, school kids, they're just arseholes. Not the time, they are.
I don't think I've ever had a weekend in my life where I've heard so many people say that children are arseholes.
We were all one once, maybe, but Yeah, I think that communities like this are so important, and
Oh, yeah.
everybody is welcome and feels welcome, and that's an amazing thing. And that's what makes 2000 Trees so special as well. I just think it's a great vibe here, and everybody, there's all sorts of people here. But we were just saying, driving in, like my dad's in the van because he likes to jump on the stage when we're playing and take his time, but he's been on there, and we're all quite into different music in the band as well, and we all just agreed firmly 2000 Trees, special place, great festival.
Absolutely. We've had so many people say that Trees is this one place where everyone just gets along. Like everyone's just here for a good time, like supporting all the bands, like even bands people have never heard of. They're just like, there's a band on, let's go. It's like it's absolutely amazing to see. But obviously, what happened to Sophie was back in 2007. Do you think, like now in 2024, where it's a very different world, it's probably easier to be yourself and to actually find a place in the world?
I'd like to think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if I still think there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
But I think it's a much more accepted place, and I think perhaps the younger generation are even more accepting, and it's not so different to them as perhaps it was to me and you.
No, I agree.
Absolutely. Bringing it back to yourselves though, start of the month you released your EP, Pub Bootleg Live. How's that been received by the fans?
Well, it's not out yet.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
shit.
is.
Lauren, I get the programme.
Cut that! Cut that! I'm in childcare this week.
You're not getting briefed by PR.
If it's not supposed to be out, you might want to talk to Spotify because they've released it.
It came out,
What does it sound like? I don't know. Have you listened to it?
it came out, let me think, last Friday, I think.
Oh, of course it did, yes.
And it's been out a week. It's been out a week and a day. But yeah, no, it's 6 songs taken from our latest full album, Shanty Punk. It's 6 live versions of the tracks, recorded in a pub shed, quite crudely, but we kind of captured the spirit of that fun. I mean, when I say pub shed, it is a pub shed. It's if you've got 15, 20 people in there, you've got a rammed pub. But it's got all the, everything you want from a pub is in there. It's just very miniature,
That's amazing.
It's an amazing spirit in there.
Oh, it's a great night out.
Also, who's John Kanakanaka?
Well, that's a traditional shanty, so that's
okay.
That's not written by the band. There's a few. When we first started, we used to do a bunch of these traditional shanties, and that's one that kind of stuck because it just became a crowd favourite.
Fucking great.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. As soon as I heard it, I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
We can't take
Oh,
credit for it.
No.
Sorry.
But it's
Your
several.
version is fucking
I was going to say, you can take credit for your version.
It's all about the interpretation. But, and the reason we still play it now, and we've been playing it, singing it rather, because there's no instruments on it other than there's some stomping, is because it goes down really well with the crowd, and the participation
we love
is
it,
amazing.
don't we? Follow it.
Yeah.
I grew up with my dad singing it in pubs, so
okay.
it's like, it's in there. It's just in there. It's part of us.
And I imagine tonight on the Forest stage, that wooden stage, all that stomping's going to sound absolutely incredible. Amazing. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us. It means the absolute world.
Thank you
Really
very
does.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll go over the top.
Thank
There we go.
you. Will do. Can't wait.
Cheers.